everyone. I'm Amanda. And today we're talking about the scariest topic on the internet. Turning 30.
Damn.
It's crazy. Chance, no reaction. Cool. Hold for dramatic, scary noise.
It's pretty good.
Hey, Courtney.
Hey, man.
Friend of Smosh, comedian.
Hi.
What's up? Is this your first assumption video?
This is my first assumptions. Yep.
How do you feel?
I feel assumed.
Yeah. You feel cozy?
I feel nice. I feel great. This is nice. This is cool to be here. Yes.
How old are you? Be real.
Be real.
Listen,
this is a vulnerable set, right?
Yeah, I don't think people should lie about their age.
And I would
Chance.
never lie. So, with that being said, 32.
Nice.
Okay, you said that weirdly.
Did I?
Oh, yeah.
You looked at him.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Because we're almost 10 years apart.
that's so wild that you just said that.
Why is he on the stage?
I don't know.
If he's actually, I can't tell if you're lying.
What you mean?
Look at his face.
That's an honest person right
Look
there.
at his face.
We live in LA. That doesn't mean anything.
He's such a baby.
funny.
It's crazy how
I've gotten
young
a lot
he
of
is.
work done.
Yeah, he could be 50 for
Oh,
all
yeah.
I know.
Hasan Piker, hi.
Hi,
How old are you?
I'm 34.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
And you know what? I believe that.
Yeah.
You
I said it
you
with conviction.
Yeah, you said it proudly.
Yeah, you thought I was 36.
No, that's not true. Nicole said you were 36, so I came up to you coming in hot, and I said, you're 36, right? And you were like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, I should.
Yeah.
Well,
you actually
Am I allowed
did
to say that
say-
on Smosh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Nicole just did this.
Yeah.
So we're good to go.
Okay.
Okay, so you're 34. I apologize. for that.
Unfortunately, yes.
Wait,
No,
what's
come
wrong
on.
with being 34?
What do you mean? Come on.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't know.
20.
7.
I still don't know if that's real.
Nobody, I literally.
Amanda, your turn.
Here's the deal. I don't know Chance's age. I've known him for maybe 4 years, and I have no idea how old he is. I thought he was 21. I thought he was 27. I thought he was 40 for so long.
I'm looking to see what kind of reaction he gives you off of that to judge where he is, and he's giving nothing.
You will give nothing.
Great poker face.
Look at him. I'm 38, proud.
Okay, so what questions you got on the
So, anyways, all right, let's get into it. Since we are the elders of Smosh, yeah, that's what we're called. We're the elders on the internet, because I think if you're over the age of 30, you're an elder.
Yes.
An unk in some communities.
Yeah, an unk. I'm not an unk, though, right?
You're an
If you feel like it, if it's in your heart to be an unk, you're an unk.
Okay.
Or you could be an auntie.
I could be an auntie. I could be mother. No, mother's
Nah.
like done, right? Am I right?
You're not mother. You are a mother, but you're not
my
mother.
God.
Why am I not mother? You
Well, am I daddy?
definitely not.
See?
You're baby boy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
27, we're pushing it.
Yeah, he understands.
Yeah.
Basically, the audience asked a bunch of questions of what they assume is going to happen when you turn 30. So since Chance won't know, but he can assume, he'll join in on the conversation since he's baby boy. And I'm auntie, I guess, for this round. And for those of you who are 30 or older, I don't like the way they used older, but okay. We asked the wildest things you've heard others assume about people who are 30 or older. Okay, so we're going to get into it. Hasan Piker, hi, big time streamer. That's what's written here.
Cool.
Are you a big time streamer?
I guess that's what the iPad's saying.
Here's what's crazy. I met you today, and I've never seen anything that you've ever done.
Wow, what a boost of confidence for me that was. Great
I've
way to
heard-
start the show.
I've heard everyone's so excited.
Yeah.
But I saw you outside, and you were like, is this Smosh? And I said, yeah, who are you?
Yeah.
She was scared. She
No,
was
that's
scared.
literally-
I was
what
scared.
happened.
I was scared. I will say I was scared. You walked in, and I was like,
It's
this
the military
man
jacket.
is coming in to take over the
Yeah.
building. But
Yeah,
then I
it's-
met you, and you're sweet.
Thank you.
You're a sweetie. Has
Okay.
everyone ever called you sweet?
No.
Okay.
That's not usually what they refer to me as.
What do they say?
Terrorist.
Okay.
That's usually number one.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's like being in your 30s, man.
Yeah. It's kind of like, being 30 plus is basically you're a terrorist.
Yeah, of the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
We should just make space for more.
For the babies?
Yeah, for more 18-year-olds.
Yeah, we should, because they know exactly what they're talking
But we
about.
won't. It's kind of like, you know how like boomers own everything and they just won't die?
Yes, they won't.
And you're
die.
always like, come on, man. Like when you see a boomer walking up the stairs, you're like, maybe he falls.
And I can get his house?
And then, yeah, exactly.
Give
Oh,
it
please.
up.
There's a million kids in line for that house. They're all fighting to the death.
That's what I mean. They're all waiting. They're all waiting for the boomers to fall when
they
they're
get
going
up to the top, they're like,
stairs.
And you're like, oh, you made it. Damn it.
That's how I see ourselves, the boomers of the internet, occupying these spaces where, these teeny boppers could be,
But what do
dancing
these
their
teeny
way.
boppers really have to say, though?
Not a word.
Not a
thing.
word.
Not a thing. They haven't lived.
I disagree. I mean, they've invented entire new lexicons. They're talking about mogging. Yeah.
What is that?
It's when you dominate someone in a particular field. It's like very animalistic. So
Whoa.
What do you thought it was?
What did you think it was?
It was like
Child.
Mogging?
Yeah. See, you just mogged us with you just face mogged us.
He's one of the young ones.
So like mean mugging.
Kind
It's
of.
mogging.
Yeah.
Okay, so
It comes from, if you guys want to know like the actual background, I've conducted anthropological studies on this stuff.
Oh my
I swear.
God.
So
I guess I need to watch more of your videos.
yeah, so it comes from AMOG, which means alpha male of the group. This is initially a bodybuilding forum terminology turned into a lookism forum terminology. So it comes from like deep right-wing forums and the internet where like a lot of incels congregated, and then it made its way somehow to TikTok.
Hasan, that sucks.
Alpha male of the group.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, now you do.
Do you know what was cool,
I
though?
feel
Your
worse.
explanation of it. I was really going down
No,
the well with you.
Yeah.
This is what I do professionally.
Yeah, no, I know. And you stream for 8 hours at a time.
Yeah,
Every day, you said.
every day
And you eat lunch on camera.
I do. Everyone always yells at me.
Oh, did people have an issue with you eating
Yeah.
with your mouth open or something?
Well, no, they're like, why are you eating on camera every day? They'll be like, oh, you're always eating. It's like, no, you always tune in at the same time because I eat at the same time.
Because
every
they're
day.
on lunch.
Yes.
Exactly.
Who has more cultural relevance, the gays or
Whoa.
right-wing alpha males?
That's such a good
I
question.
said this wasn't a gotcha, but now it's a
Chance?
gotcha.
Wait,
That's
what
such
do you
a
mean?
good question, Chance.
A lot of the right wing alpha males are gay.
And you heard it here.
So therefore,
And I know that's right.
That's a fact.
Good answer, good answer,
so
good answer.
therefore, it's all both gay. So it's gays. There.
Both
And that's
gays,
what I've been
so
saying.
it's gays.
And
Yeah.
that's what I've been saying.
Gays win.
Gays always win. Wow. Okay, Courtney, I already introduced you. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Chance,
We
young.
already did this. What's the question?
Guess what? I'm doing my thing. I have the power here.
She has the iPad.
It says that the wonderful Chance McCrary,
Respect
but I'm
your
going to skip
elders.
past that.
I will not.
Yeah, respect your elders. Seriously. I
I'm
could
waiting
fall
for
down
this
the
boomer
stairs.
to... I was about to say that.
That I could fall down the stairs?
You could.
I won't.
Be pushed too.
Dum dum dum.
This episode of Assumptions is sponsored by Stitch Fix. Clothes shopping is always a hassle. I go into stores, try things on, and nothing fits right. The employees say, hey, this is a tire store. You are wearing a tire. And it's just so frustrating. Luckily, there's Stitch Fix. Okay, so here's how it works. I took a quick style quiz where I put my budget, size, and style. I matched with a real human who handles the rest. They send a fix box with clothes that actually fit and don't make me look like a tire. It's no risk, all style. I can try on my clothes in the comfort of my garage. Keep what works and send back the rest. Free shipping and returns and no subscription required. Plus, get a free try-on for your first order. It saves so much time. The clothes fit just right. And they make sense on my all-terrain body. Since using Stitch Fix, I've been getting so many compliments on my clothes. These clothes fit so well. And this is better than a tire because it covers more than just one part of your body. Stop shopping and get styled today at stitchfix.com/assumptions to get $20 off your first order. That's stitchfix.com/assumptions. Now, back to the show.
Okay, let's get into the first assumption here. Do not push me down the stairs. As a 27-year-old, this isn't reading from me. This is someone else on the internet. I feel like 30 is the bar where other adults start seeing you as an adult, finally. Like your 20s are just training wheels for adulthood. Is that true?
I think when people hit their Saturn return, like 28 and up. So next year.
Very interesting.
Okay.
That age is very particular. Why did you choose that one age?
That's just when the Saturn return starts to happen.
So
Okay.
your Saturn returns at 27, and then what happens at 27? You change?
You start
morph?
looking at your previous life and your upbringing and your like what happened before and your patterns, and then you start to recognize, and then you start to change.
Oh, I guess I can kind of relate to that. I feel like that didn't happen for me until I turned 30.
And that's exactly what the question says.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I've never reflected a day in my life. That's
He doesn't even own a mirror.
That's
Yeah.
lies.
Well, yeah.
You don't own a mirror?
No, I do own mirrors.
Yeah.
I'm not a vampire.
Yeah, you're not a vampire.
But what I was gonna say is, I thought that would be the case, but No, I feel like a lot of older people still look at you like you're a child, and I'm like, I'm 34.
I agree. I was going to say it does not feel like adult. I don't think adult is until like you're 45, 50.
What?
Even 40s to me.
Yeah, that sounds insane for people that are like under the age of 30
I
to
know.
hear.
It sounds crazy. Yeah, you. But I guess because my sister's like 44 and she's like living her best life. And I guess she's an adult. I don't know. I think of adult as like 50.
The older you get, the more it's gonna go. You're like, adult's like 65.
Yeah,
right?
an adult is like 85.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I have a secret. I lied in the intro.
Why would you do that?
I'm not 32.
How old
You
are
called
you?
I'm 28. Someone asked me to be in this, and I said yes. I was afraid of disappointment.
Oh my God, you're so stressed out.
I'm so stressed out, and I'm like,
You literally.
and you know, I'm usually a good guy. I don't tell fibs.
I was
don't
gonna
lie,
say you
and-
didn't
and-
seem like yourself in the
and I've been sitting
beginning.
in this chair sweating this entire time.
Wait, that's my chair. I just
I know you're gonna have to sit in this later, and it's gonna be wet with my marks.
Soaked. I was gonna say you didn't seem like you were being your true self.
I wasn't. Now, heavy
What the
burden.
hell is going
Heavy
on?
burden.
Why am I
been
the
lifted.
only? How old are you really?
I'm 38, really.
She's
Okay.
clearly 38.
Wait,
Sorry.
I am gonna
that's-
cut you.
Yeah.
But
38-year-olds can
But the
fight.
chances for about the Saturn return, I feel like I had that recently. I'm looking back at my life and looking at how my parents raised me, and I'm like, man, my parents weren't perfect. They were doing the best they could with
Yes.
the resources they had. So let me not get mad that my dad took $75 from me so I can go to basketball camp to buy Pampers for my little sister. And I was like, damn. I held that grudge for a long
He
time.
took $75 from you so he could buy diapers for your sister.
Yes.
Okay, but what if you were an NBA prospect and he just cut that short?
I know. A 5'9"
Do you know how many
NBA prospect.
diapers? Do you know how many diapers you
Diapers I could buy?
purchase?
For $75?
Could have had a Pampers sponsor brand deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have.
But, you know, I decided to forgive and let that man live.
Wow. You let him live?
I disagree.
I was like, wait till I get
I'm
tall enough.
so glad.
So, watch
Okay.
out for stairs, Pops.
You guys need to stop pushing old people down the stairs. It's actually getting crazy in
Not
here.
pushing them, they fall.
They fall.
Right. So, do you think when you turn 30, you'll be an adult?
Oh, for sure. More so than I am now. I feel like each year you just get more little wiser and wiser. And
But you
Unker and
don't
unker.
think- Do you feel like an adult?
No,
Yeah.
not even a little bit.
What makes you not feel like a,
I have a child and I still feel like I'm figuring it out as like I don't feel like a kid, but I still am like,
so just figuring it out is like what justifies
I guess
an
maybe
adult
you
or
never
not?
become an adult. I feel like when you say that you're an adult, that's good. That's mature of you. But I think you should always feel a little bit like
a child.
a child, like an inner child. But
sense of whimsy, a sense of wonder.
yeah, a sense of whimsy.
I
All
don't.
whimsy, I can tell.
I don't. I mean, yeah, I feel like I have no real responsibilities, even though I do. I like take care of my whole family, but
Yeah.
I don't know. In my mind, I still feel like I'm an idiot. I'm a kid.
You take care of your whole family.
I mean, yeah,
That's like that's like quintessential adult.
That
for
is
me.
adulthood.
but even then, I just don't feel like I just don't feel like an adult.
Sure.
You know?
I kind of hear you on that.
Yeah, I feel that because I do send money back home from time to time. And then I
Mhm.
do find myself just like,
Just $75 though.
just $75 at a time.
You're like, not 76.
And a little basketball, be like, remember this?
Yeah, remember this? I could have been in the NBA.
Nah, but yeah, sending money back home, but then also like twerking in the mirror butt naked from time to time. I'm like,
Whoa, butt naked?
oh yeah, after the shower, I'm like, look at this.
Are you
Look at these
looking at
chicks
the
move.
mirror while you're twerking, or is your ass to the mirror?
I can see my ass from the front.
What?
I can see my
So
ass.
you have two
from the
mirrors?
front.
Do you have a mirror right here and a mirror right here? and
I'm
you're
just so thick it wraps around me.
That's
wraps around my
disgusting.
thighs.
You're sick.
What's so thick? Your ass or the mirror? Okay.
Yes.
Should we move on to the next question? I love this. I need to get two mirrors.
Where you gonna place them?
Up. I was just gonna say
No.
up and down. I got out of bed like,
Confused
Oh,
as shit.
God.
don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know me that well.
I feel like I wouldn't want to see what's going on from that angle if I got
No.
right out of bed.
Yeah, probably
Things
not.
are dangling.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, so you
adulthood.
sleep naked.
Sometimes, yeah.
Ah, real man. Yeah.
Same.
What?
What?
You guys don't sleep naked?
Basketball shorts.
Yeah, sometimes basketball shorts. Just in case I got a
Sleep
hoop.
in a silk slip like me?
A silk slip? What's that mean?
It's a dress that's silk and it's a slip.
I don't even know what a slip is, but no, I don't think I
It's
have
just something
any.
you just slip on in.
Yeah, you slip.
Or just slip
you
on.
I
slip
don't
on
think
and
I
then you go
own
to sleep.
anything silk.
We got to change that.
See, this is adulthood. You are an adult.
I actually think I am
If you
an
sleep in
adult.
silk, you're an adult.
I've been
Yeah.
You're an
sleeping in
adult or
silk
you're a
for
princess,
long
and you ain't no
time, though.
princess.
Yeah, because it's like I feel like what is that like? Is that the female equivalent of like what I assume is like a smoking jacket?
Yeah,
that, like,
yeah. A silk
Hugh
slip is a
Hefner
smoking
slept in?
jacket. Yeah.
No, I just mean like, isn't that the same material? Like the Hugh
Yes.
Hefner wears like those robes.
Yes.
When you sleep in a robe, you're old.
Yes, I don't sleep in a robe though.
Well, you sleep in silk. It's
Yeah,
the same
I
thing.
sleep in silk. I guess I am an adult. I feed my child. I gave birth.
Unk.
I'm an adult.
How much back pain do you have?
A lot.
There you go.
All the time.
That
I'm
was
fixing
like.
it.
Did you save your breast milk?
I did. Yeah.
Did you freeze
There's-
it?
Yes.
You Homelander?
I did. There's 2 in the freezer just for emergencies.
Okay, I'll call you about it later then.
Okay.
That's crazy.
can have a sip.
The reason why I asked about the back pain thing was because when I turned 30, the day I turned 30, I had back pain.
Do you know what's crazy about the day I turned 30 is I could not drink the way that I used to.
Sure.
I would immediately get hungover and I couldn't eat the food that I wanted to eat all the time.
Yeah, milk hits different.
Milk fucks me up.
Wait, really?
Yeah, the older you, I feel like the older I got, the more I just couldn't do the whole milk anymore.
L for both of you guys.
Yeah, it's
I
bad.
love dairy. I'm a dairy boy
You drink dairy every night?
all the time.
Wow.
Every night?
Wow.
Maybe not every night. Let's not get crazy.
Let's not get crazy.
Yeah, but I have my ice cream,
Whoa.
cheese, dairy products. Maybe it's because I'm Turkish though. We have a lot of dairy in
You have
our
a lot of
cuisine.
dairy. I also like ice cream and whole milk. I love whole milk.
Yeah. it's the
Anyways,
best.
I'm really just getting
God,
into it.
Like, I feel like this is, if a 15-year-old watches this, they're going to be like, they like whole milk? What are they talking about?
yeah, they're gonna be like, turn this off. This is boring as
what the hell. Talk about mogging.
Yeah, go back to the mogging part in the manosphere. Okay, men over 30 should not celebrate their birthday. It's embarrassing.
What?
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why men?
Wait,
so women
why?
can do it?
I mean, I think
Like girls trip?
Yeah, woo!
it's a bit much. Especially if you're like a birthday week person.
Woo!
Yeah, really,
Oh.
what are we doing?
Okay, so Chance loves his birthday. Here's the deal about Chance. He plans his birthday like maybe a month and a half in advance.
Wow.
He loves his birthday.
I've
So
only got a couple more apparently.
Yeah.
He's really
my
upset
opinion
about
of
that.
you couldn't get worse. Anyway,
Oh.
so you're there.
And I don't care.
wow. Do you not celebrate your birthday?
I mean, I reluctantly do.
Are you looking at the time because you're ready to go?
No, I just wanted to, father time comes for us all.
It's like, yeah, I celebrate my birthday. Next question.
I don't like celebrating it, but I've never really liked celebrating it. I think it's because I when I was a kid, my mom always wanted to throw these like big parties, big birthday parties. And I just always feel like there's tremendous pressure on your birthday to be like noticed and recognized.
Yes.
But it's also not because of anything that I've actually done. It's not a significant accomplishment. I was just born. Everyone on this planet is born.
Okay, hold on, but there's a lot of people who aren't born.
Okay.
That's
But they
true.
don't know. They don't know it.
Exactly, but he knows that and deserves to celebrate it.
No, but I hear what he's saying is he's like, I want to work for this big celebration.
Yeah.
I'm not working for it. I was just born.
Yeah, I didn't do anything for it.
Yeah.
Well, what did you do all year?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah, that's what you could see. That's how he sees his birthday.
I know, but it's like
that.
the things that I do during the year, we can celebrate when I do them.
I also consider it more of a celebration of the people around me. So, like, I'm dishing out a lot of money for my birthday so that you guys can have a good time.
See, I used to do a huge party for my birthday. Karaoke birthday. I know, it sounds weird, but it's so fun. And then this year I was like, no. I want to go have like a gorgeous dinner with just my partner and that's it. And then like maybe have like a little celebration here with some friends. I don't know. I felt like too much pressure to like, I have to be in a good mood that exact day that I plan the celebration. Do you know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure. Like me, I haven't really celebrated birthdays as a kid anyway. So like I started getting annoying when I started dating people. And it's like, Courtney, what are we gonna do for your birthday? I'm like, I don't know. Courtney, you gotta do something. You gotta do something. Can I call your friends? Can I do anything? And I'm like, what do you want to do? You want to do an activity? You just want to eat dinner? I'm like, I just want to age. So now I'm going through that of like.
That's a thing where partners or friends really want to know what you're doing for your birthday. And then you feel like that's also a pressure. You're like, I guess I have to do this for them.
I don't know how long I can keep it up. I'm gonna have to lie some more.
Listen, when you turn 30, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, yay. I forgot about that.
right?
Yeah, the older you get, the more naked you can be in locker rooms. And that translates to like everything else in your life.
When are you in a locker room?
The gym.
Oh.
And like if you go to like one of those spas.
Oh, I mean, you're naked all the time.
You guys
in the spa.
don't. That doesn't happen on the women's side.
Oh, we're naked all the time, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like you
All
go
of
to the Equinox locker room.
We're all making out the whole time.
Like-
It's crazy. We're all in the steam room just making out. It is true,
Okay,
guys.
that is the Equinox sauna, though. Actually, they
Really?
had to put placards up to be
Yeah.
like, "Stop fucking in here."
You go to the West Hollywood one?
Not anymore.
Oh, not even.
I got turned out too much.
Yeah.
Oh!
That's hilarious. That's so funny.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, "Stop, guys."
Guys,
Guys, stop.
I have to work out.
Is it co-ed? The sauna?
No, that's not.
Yeah,
Well,
it's all-
You're
it's all-
talking like you've never been inside of a gym before. It's kind of shocking me a little
Guys,
bit.
I don't really go to the gym. I'll do like
Oh.
classes.
Fancy.
Don't you do like jujitsu or some shit?
Muay Thai.
Oh my god.
Jesus. So you could have whooped my ass when I walked in when you were like, "Who is this random stranger?"
Well, you came up so fast, like so intense. You're like, "Is this the Smosh Studios?" And I was just like, "Yes." Are you
you literally
infiltrating
said-
this
yeah.
building?
Yeah, you were like, "Who are you?"
I was like,
What
"Who are
doing?"
you?" And then you
Gonna need to check your
introduced yourself,
backpack.
and I was like, "Okay, yeah, I could have whooped your ass, but I didn't."
Thank you.
And so this is a direct assumption from Angela, who you met earlier. People who are 30 pee more. It's a serious one, guys. She said it while we were all putting on our makeup.
That's true. I remember like what?
You're in your 20s.
I'm gonna talk about improv classes for a second at the Groundlings.
Uh-oh.
All the older people in the class will be like, "Can we take a bathroom break?" I'm like, "This is a 3-hour class. What are we doing?"
What do you mean? Of course you
Yeah,
need a
of
bathroom break.
course. And
What?
an
Hold
hour
it.
in, you have to go to the bathroom and then right before the class ends.
No.
Yeah, if you break the seal, it's over.
It's
You
done.
pee one time, you got to pee like 10 more times.
10 more times.
And
Exactly.
it makes sense for you because you are a big streamer.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Oh, I didn't even.
Oh, no. Turn his camera off.
This camera's on me?
Turn his camera off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What do you do when you're streaming?
I just get
Diaper?
up to pee.
Yeah.
Diaper?
Yeah.
I am an Amazon employee at the end of the day. Technically, Twitch is owned by Amazon. No, but it gets crazy sometimes because like they've timed my pisses. Like there was an Excel
Who
spreadsheet.
is they? What are you talking
Like
about?
Fans.
people in my community, my audience, sometimes they get a little too parasocial.
No.
And yes, they've literally timed my like the amount of time I take during pisses. There's an Excel spreadsheet out there.
It's like, oh.
But
They
why?
send it to you?
What is the
I
reason?
found it.
How did you find
I
it?
saw them sharing it in the community.
That's
But
so
why are
funny.
what is the
Yeah,
data?
what is the
it?
reason?
I have no idea.
What does the data prove?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
But sometimes people will be
I'll
like,
keep asking, but
no, but sometimes people will be like, because I drink a lot of coffee and I drink a lot of bevs throughout
of
the
bevs.
entire duration of the 8 hours that I'm live. And yes, I do pee a lot for that reason. But sometimes people will be like, you've been pissing a lot more lately. Should you maybe consult a medical professional? I'm like,
oh no, they're
Like-
worried for your health.
yeah,
So it's a good thing.
it's annoying. It's very annoying.
They care.
No, they do. They sound like they care. They care about you.
Yeah, I'm 34. My prostate is fine. Okay?
God,
Jesus Christ.
they don't want you to die.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. The standards of what someone is expected to have accomplished by age 30 are based on an economy and value system that don't really exist anymore in the US.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm.
What are your thoughts about that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you own a house?
Exact.
No.
Right.
Do you?
No.
It's LA.
Yeah.
Who owns a house in LA?
Yeah.
And if they do,
Who
trust
would
me, they are.
ever own a house in Los Angeles?
Oh, you do, don't you?
Oh, no.
Those
Oh, you
pieces
do.
of
Oh,
shit.
no.
I'm sorry.
You do.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
own a house in LA and your whole
Hey,
family.
so does Anthony.
Anthony's not here. I'm not here. He's not here right now.
I was just thinking about how he owns a house.
Honestly, good
and
for you.
people
I think
should
that's
get mad
great.
at him for that.
I think it's fucking great. You should own a house.
I got canceled.
Yeah,
for-
but it's
Why?
Fox News wrote about it. Socialist owns a house.
what?
I'm not even kidding. That literally was the
What?
That was the headline.
Why do they care? They just want to get after you for anything.
Well, they did that to Bernie too. They were like, Bernie Sanders owns 2 homes.
in Vermont?
One in Vermont and one in DC that he rents.
He's 100 years old. He can do whatever he wants.
He should have more than 2.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He has a little log cabin too, so it's technically 3.
Aww. What is he doing in there? Knitting?
I don't know.
Stoking a fire.
Stoking.
Stroking?
Stoking.
It's stoking,
Word.
right?
That
was a
you know me.
question.
No, I think I sound stoking because stroking a fire sounds.
It's like what Chance is doing to his mic right now. He's stoking the fire.
Stoking the fire.
Alrighty.
oh no.
Did we all answer that question?
What was the question?
Yeah.
The system of
Expectation.
values.
Yeah.
Expectations of where you're supposed to be. At
I
the
do.
age of
Right.
30.
I do think that if you turn a certain age in America, it really is like you need to own a home, you need to get married, you need to have kids. That's what people
think so anymore. I think that I stand with
agree.
the question.
I don't think so anymore either. I think that that's like what it was, and now it's totally different.
We're too broke.
It's the classic, like, I don't understand. Why don't you just have a good handshake and stare directly in the eyes of your boss, and then you're hired for 65 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then they give you a Rolex and a pension. It's like none of those things exist.
Yeah.
What is a job? Jobs don't exist.
I
anymore.
know. My mom was like, drop off your resume at Paramount. I'm like,
Yeah. Just go in and audition.
she's like, drop off your resume. I'm like,
Talk to Mr. Mount.
what? Mr. Mount.
Mr. Mount.
First name Para. I was like, what?
Even like, I have no idea how people are getting managers or agents. If you're just moving to LA trying to start your
I have
acting career,
no idea.
no,
I don't.
no,
I'm like, how did I do it? I can't even remember how I did that.
I would cold email, but then it went
Do you
nowhere.
remember postcards?
Oh yeah. Wait, what?
You would send postcards of your headshot. And so many people were like, this really matters, you guys.
Postcards?
Because it's just a picture of you that says, thanks so much, or whatever. They would be like, oh, okay, when the casting directors are casting, they're going to go through their stack of postcards and look at your picture. I'm like,
Oh wow.
all those postcards went in the trash.
Yeah.
Guys, I did all that. It
Wow.
was terrible.
Wow.
And like newsletter emails, people still do it. Do they work?
What is that? Oh, just
Where am I?
just
Am
like-
I on another
just like-
planet?
I have
Email
no
blast.
idea what you're talking about.
Guys.
Newsletter
emails
Did I
like
did I take the wrong classes?
no.
Did you do one of those things where it's like, if you give us $100, we'll teach you the
Oh, I
secret?
absolutely did 100 million pyramid schemes when I first.
Okay, well then, yeah.
And it's literally a newsletter like, hey, it's me again. I'm doing a comedy show.
I was like,
Blah, blah, blah,
like
blah,
a
blah.
Substack, like a blog or something like that to tell people like what you got going on.
Yes. I
Oh yeah, people
stopped
still do that. I get that.
Yeah, so that system doesn't exist.
Yeah, no one does that anymore. Okay. blip.
This episode of Assumptions is sponsored by Shopify. I know you've been sitting on that idea. It's been percolating in the back of your brain. Well, I'm here to tell you to go for it. And you might be thinking, well, I don't have the tools or I don't know how to do it. And that's why I recommend and use Shopify. Shopify is your one-stop shop. Shopify has templates, so no need to learn how to code. Your storefront will look stunning. Have you seen the Smosh website? I mean, it looks amazing, and we want it to be easy. So when you check out and return again, you can purchase your items in one single click. Shopify powers millions of businesses worldwide, from household names like Mattel and Gymshark to small businesses just getting started. Doesn't that give you the confidence to start your business? Go do that now. All you need is the idea. Shopify handles the rest. Yes. Start your free trial at shopify.com/assumptions. Start your free trial at shopify.com/assumptions. That's shopify.com/assumptions. Now, back to the show.
Once you turn 30, it's time to delete TikTok.
Oh, that's actually fun.
I've downloaded TikTok after 30.
So did I.
Yeah,
And then I deleted it.
I haven't deleted it.
Do you like it?
feel
No,
like
I hate
TikTok-
it now.
Wait, no, you had no choice.
I had no choice.
TikTok wasn't around before you were 30.
Dun, dun.
Oh
It's
my
true.
God, you're so right.
You know what's
sorry.
crazy? It is true.
It's true.
So
like,
I'm not really upset,
no,
but I feel like everyone else is upset, so I'm going to get upset.
you don't have to.
No one's else upset.
Yeah, okay.
No, I shouldn't.
I'm upset
You
on
too,
your
though.
behalf.
You too, right?
I'm 34.
No.
TikTok definitely
Too, right?
existed before I was.
Yeah.
But I mean, it doesn't matter. I never used it until like a couple years ago. And maybe when I was like 30 or maybe 31, 32. I don't know. But new TikTok sucks. Like post Ellison purchase,
Yes.
my algorithm was like busted for 2 weeks. It was like showing me like random MAGA grandmas.
Do you have TikTok?
Yes and no. I have the app, but I don't go on it.
I feel like no one's really going on it that much anymore. Or is that just an
People are definitely
assumption?
going on
Yeah.
it.
I look
people
up
are going on it.
recipes on it.
Do you know what I do on it? I watch like someone breaking down a full court case. That's where I'm at in my life. A TikToker will go in there and break down the top moments.
That's a crazy interest.
That's wild.
Yeah. You are a nerd.
I know.
That's
true.
insane.
I'll
And
watch
you have no
hours of
idea
it.
who I am. Like, and you were talking shit.
I was talking mad
That's
shit.
crazy.
I was talking mad shit.
And you like unsolved murder mysteries, right?
Oh, Unsolved Mysteries?
Yeah, like all the murder
all of
docs
it.
and all
I
that.
love all of it.
All right, it tracks.
I watch those docuseries. I'm crazy. I'll go like hours on it. It's okay.
I don't understand that fascination at all.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, more power to you.
I'm so fascinated by the people and by like how the justice system, like what they're doing to get to a verdict. Anyways, that's for like a different show. I could, if anyone's interested in.
I like the interrogation
too.
footage. That's what I like.
Me too. I love that. Like
Yeah.
First 48, such a good show.
I used to react to JCS and all these other interrogation.
You used to do
YouTube
React videos
I still do React videos.
of
I mean, I'm a Twitch
interrogation.
streamer.
Though.
That's
No, but of
basically all I do.
interrogation.
Yeah, go check them out. There's
Okay.
there's a million views.
I think that's probably what I'll start watching of yours.
Okay, that's what hooked a lot of people initially.
Really?
I'm pretty sure that and MasterChef.
What did you do for
I
Master?
was just watching MasterChef.
What did you do for MasterChef? I was just watching MasterChef.
I was just watching MasterChef.
Yeah,
And you were
Oh my
commenting
God.
on people?
yeah,
Oh, I will
mad shit.
watch that.
yeah.
I love MasterChef.
Who's your favorite Master Chef?
No idea. I don't know.
Not you.
Oh, okay. Thanks for asking.
There was a guy named Cutter that we used
Of
to
course.
make a lot of jokes about,
Oh,
but he was like kind of like a hog.
okay.
Hog?
Yeah, like right wing.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
Not-
okay.
not- okay.
Do you think most Master Chefs are right wing?
No.
Okay. The Hangovers? Question mark.
Oh my God.
They're terrible.
Let's just say, may or may not have had a little drinking problem when I was growing up.
Okay.
But
This is a vulnerable set.
yeah, but I think post 30, I mean, I quit drinking a long time ago. Now I just like every now and then will have one drink or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think I'll ever have a drinking problem ever again because I slam back one whiskey at a party and I'm out the next day.
Done.
It's
Me too.
insane. I
Whoa.
feel like I start getting hungover while I'm at the
Me
event.
too.
Where I'm like, okay, I am way too buzzed for no reason. I just took one alcoholic
Yep.
drink, one shot. And now by the time I want to exit the venue, I'm already like, give me a walker.
I totally agree. Mine's exactly the same. If I have like a mezcal or a gin martini, which is my favorite, one and done.
Is
Yeah.
it because of your tolerance?
My tolerance is lower, I think, because I didn't drink for 9 months. But still, ever since I turned 30, and in my 20s, I could have like,
I didn't drink for 9 months, but it's ever since I turned 30. It's like, no, it's because you haven't drank for 9 months.
yeah, but still, when I was turning 30, I still, listen,
You looking back at your glory days
it's
like,
all of it. I literally would feel hungover at a party with hard alcohol. And then wine is my favorite. And now I'll have like a glass of wine and I'm like, woo, dead the next day.
But it's good, you know?
It's
now,
better.
Now you're healthier because you can't drink.
Yeah, no, it's
true.
true. It like stops you.
yeah, I'm not a big drinker either way. I stayed home for college and my parents were sort of strict. So I couldn't stay out past 11. And that's when things
That's
start to pop
crazy.
off.
Yeah.
And so I used to be the first ones to parties to help them set up. And then
you would leave.
And then leave. It was like, oh, Courtney, where you
That's
going?
really
I'm like,
sweet.
That's really good.
Oh my God.
I didn't want to help set up, but like I just wanted to be with community
Yeah,
a
yeah,
little
Aw.
bit.
That's a devastating social
Yeah.
development.
Hey.
That's crazy.
And I lived like 30, 40 minutes from like the city. So it's like I couldn't drive drunk, never drive drunk.
No,
so
never,
I
of
couldn't really
course
get
not.
lit. If I walked through, my parents would be like, if they see me walking different, like, hey, what's going on? What's going on with you? Come here. And I'm like, I remember I ate an edible once and yeah, and I had to rush past them.
Oh boy.
It was crazy. I was living on edge.
Yeah, edibles are crazy.
Y'all ediblers?
I don't really smoke weed anymore either. I stopped everything.
Look at us. Aren't you guys having fun? When you
But that's
turn
what
your
happens when
30s,
you're 34.
when you turn
don't-
30, your body hurts. You don't drink.
I wake up at 6 every morning.
Me too.
I work out. I listen to podcasts while I work out. I don't even listen to music.
Wait, what's
and
your
then I
podcast that
stream
you
for
listen
8
to?
hours.
Eat 7 boiled eggs.
Yeah. Well, I don't eat until 3 p.m., but I eat 1.5 pounds of straight white chicken breast every day.
This
Oh
is
my God.
outrageous.
That sucks, dude.
I love my life. No, I know. Everyone is like, why are you doing any of those things? You can just not do any of those things and be perfectly
Do you ever
happy.
do you ever like enjoy?
I enjoy every moment of it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's
Are
what
you
counts.
seasoning this chicken?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah, I hope so.
Well,
Any olive oil?
I'm Turkish. Yeah.
He's Turkish. You get it?
Okay.
No, of course we use spices, but yeah, it's a lot of fun for me. I would not recommend it to a single other soul.
Wait, what are the podcasts that you're listening to in the morning?
Up first.
Las Culturistas.
No, but you know,
A good hang with Amy Poehler.
no. Up first.
NPR.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like a bunch of NPR, like the NPR News Hours. Sometimes the Daily.
I love the
Democracy
Daily.
Now.
I listen to the Daily every single morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like my thing.
Sometimes it sucks.
Sometimes it does suck,
Or
but I like
borrow.
the Friday quiz. What? Or what?
Barbaro, Mike Barbaro,
Mhm.
the guy,
I think I know who that guy is. I
He's
thought it
the-
was hosted by a woman all the time.
the New York Times Daily.
Yeah.
He's the OG. There is a female host as well.
Yeah,
of the
that's
Daily.
yeah, okay. I
Yeah.
guess I listen to her more. It's crazy. All right, so I'm 29 and I assume I'll get judged if I go out clubbing when I'm 30. I've never been to a club before, but want to go out in New York City for my 30th birthday. I'm just afraid of getting judged for my age now that people seem to treat 30 as the new 50, at least online.
That's crazy.
Honestly,
Nah,
Okay,
go
there's a
ahead.
lot of assumptions here. Do we think 30 is being treated as 50 online? Kinda.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
People really do think that I'm like heading to a retirement home.
But I think 50-year-olds should be able to go out and club.
I kind
Actually,
of
we
agree.
should stop. We should increase the age of who gets to go clubbing.
I
We
love
should-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should stop letting people under the age of like 30.
I
in
agree.
nightclubs.
I think
Just
I love
let them all
that.
be old people.
Because are they really having a
should-
good time? when
and
they're
they should
under
be
30?
working anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, get to work.
Yeah.
get to work.
Get to work.
Get to
Yeah.
work or finish your schooling.
Get
One of the
to
two.
work.
Because no one dance in the club anymore.
They
No
don't.
one booties down like they used to.
They text in the middle of the dance floor.
Oh my
like,
God,
Hasn't been to a
me.
club in 5 years, but yeah, they do that.
No one's
That's
having a good
you,
time.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So are you at a music show just standing and texting?
Yeah.
Oh, you're my nightmare.
I don't
You're
even
my-
go to music shows. But if I were, I would be.
What is a music show?
Yeah. I don't
A
know.
Concert?
Yeah.
Guys, my husband goes to fucking like trance shows, techno shows, they're music shows. Am I crazy? That's the other thing. I say something really cool and you guys are just on my ass
Who
about
told
it.
you that? Who told you it was really cool?
My journal did.
Okay. Okay.
I've never,
My tarot that I pull every day said
I've
you're
never
doing
heard
cool
music
things.
show. Like, do you when you go to the movie theater? Do you say I'm here to see the pictures?
What if I do?
I'm here to see the moving picture.
What if I
Moving
do?
pictures. This is
Black
a new
and white.
invention.
What if I do?
Me and the family used to get around the radio.
See? I can't. I just can't live. Okay, so if you go to a music show and you're texting.
Was it impactful when FDR did the fireside chat?
Yeah, that was
Nice.
wonderful. I loved that.
The Great Depression.
I really enjoyed the Great Depression.
Which
Not a lot
point?
of people liked it, which is an assumption.
Which was your favorite point of Wilson's 14 points?
The first point. When he got to the point.
It's a history joke.
Yeah, no, I know. That's really cool. Can we get back to this is my safe zone. I'm feeling safety here.
Yeah, you just lock back in. And
No,
out of that.
I hear something and I go, no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
can just
no.
say you're a screenager.
I go, no. Wow. Guys, can this 30-year-old go to a New York City club?
A New York City, yeah, big ass. Yeah. New York get people of all
Also, New
ages.
York City, you can go anywhere.
Yeah, I was about
any
to say
age.
New York is kind of the exception to this rule, but I feel like if you're in like fucking Ohio, like don't go to the club if you're 30
No.
Wait, why not?
because you're in Ohio. Like you raise a family or something, buy a house.
Wow.
It's like
crazy.
$100,000
That's
to
so
buy a house.
Bro, they're already in Ohio.
yeah.
Let them have
Let them
fun.
go to
Let
the
them
club.
have fun
Let
for
them-
one
Let
weekend.
them wear a sparkly tank top
No.
and heels that they
Not
hate
on my watch.
and let them
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, I hate clubbing. I used to love clubbing when I,
I
was
used to
younger.
love clubbing too.
I used to go out all the time. I never do now. And if you're 30 and you want to go clubbing, you should definitely feel comfortable.
You should do it.
Doing that.
But I know I haven't been to a club in a really long time.
But you're going to hate it.
You're not going to enjoy it.
It's rough. It's also like people don't want to talk to people don't want to meet new people. You want to
don't
meet someone that you're already planning to meet there or
I think when I went clubbing, it was way more fun. It was like everybody was dancing. You were meeting new people. You were talking to a bunch of people.
Everybody's on their phones.
Everybody's on their phones like you know? But you're not going there. Do you go out?
I don't like to. Yeah.
Are you the type of person to start a dance circle? Like you get in the middle, everybody's like,
no.
Oh, go
But
baby.
I will get in the middle if I feel the pressure enough. But I do not start that shit. No.
I went to my friend's birthday party. He turned 35. And we had a nice dinner.
Oh.
He hired like a hibachi chef.
Oh,
okay.
You know, he was like throwing zucchinis in people's mouths and stuff. It was sexual. That's not the end of the story.
I know, but
Yeah.
you hit that so well.
So he goes, hey, I want to go to an after party after this birthday. I was like, what's your birthday? That's
You're like,
weird.
why?
Whatever. Sure. But I haven't seen him in a while. So I was like, sure, let's do it. He's my college buddy. We get in the car. I'm driving. I didn't drink. And we get to this party. And right as we get to the party, he goes, hey, by the way, I just want to tell you guys something. This is my ex-girlfriend's birthday party. And we were like, okay, that's strange. But that wasn't the strangest thing. They did a dance thing. It was all like comics and stuff there too. It was all like influencers and comics. And they had they'd rented out this property and they were doing a dance circle. And I've never wanted to more
Nicole, can we say that?
than at that very moment. Because they were like, because I was really worried. I was like at the edge. And they were like, come on. And I was like, I would rather die right now.
Sure.
You go in the center and you just start texting.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? They rented a property for that?
Yeah. They rented a property. I mean, it was like a bar.
So did you just stand on the side?
Yeah, I stood on the side for approximately 5 minutes and then I got
then
the
you
fuck out of there.
You
Yeah.
left immediately.
that makes sense.
I don't know. Maybe that's like comics going out and having a good time party. I feel like when like improvisers go out and have a party,
There was definitely
there's
improvisers
some dance circles.
No.
There were improvisers
I
there.
know.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Going out with improvisers.
Yes.
Yeah, they know how to have a time. I saw some guy do the worm.
No.
And then come up looking
Nasty.
dirty, nasty and dirty. I'm like, I hope it was worth it.
It was not.
It was not. He
worm
was
should
like,
be illegal.
yeah, right. I was like,
The
wow.
worm should be illegal, man.
That sucks.
Theater kids,
You
I
should
tell you.
want to be perceived less, I think. That's what I think when
I agree.
in those situations, I'm like,
But then again, if no one had their phones, I feel like more people would be comfortable doing the worm because,
No one can film it.
yeah, exactly. People like, yo, some motherfucker just did the worm. They're
Yeah.
calling him the worm guy now.
I disagree. I think people are doing that because they know someone's going to film them doing it.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like people do weirder things because they're like, oh, this will go viral, man.
Is that right? Is that right? That's what you think.
Do
That's
you
what I
think it would go viral?
If I did the worm,
If you
did
If you
did the worm, it would literally be like
yeah.
your body would be so stiff.
It'll
I
be
would
the stick.
I would be flopping like
you
a
have like
salmon.
a straight body, so it would be like really like
Yeah. I've never done the worm, so I don't know.
whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. Have you?
Totally.
Hey, you want to clear this table
I
out?
can't do the worm. I cannot do the worm. My body is not built
don't
for the
know.
worm.
She got big old titties. She can't do no
I
worm.
would bounce. Actually, it would
What?
probably be awesome.
Crazy.
It would be
Okay.
it would be insane for her to try to do the worm.
I did not.
And
think-
I've got
He's
a
the first
huge
time he has no
dong, so
response
I
to
can't do
that.
the worm either.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, this is crazy. This is crazy.
No
He's like, I
comment.
couldn't possibly come.
He's-
I don't see
He
titty.
literally is silent.
I've never seen a boob in my
Were you
life.
silent or silenced?
Man, people in their 30s could learn a lot from young alpha men.
That's
Yes.
Should we stay right here for a little bit? Yeah, I'm gonna take a sip. This is all you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Hey,
Yeah.
welcome back.
This is all you guys.
Yeah, I
Any
really want to
comment?
learn. I really want to learn about life from a deeply insecure child.
Yes.
That's it. That's definitely what it is. First of all, this is such an Ouroboros because those young alpha men are learning from older alpha men who are also deeply insecure
Yes.
and behave like little kids,
Yes.
little boys.
Yep.
Like I think about the way Andrew Tate presents himself, right? Or presented, I guess, R.I.P. to his career. He's like kind of gone now, even though he should be in prison, but he's not. Whatever. I don't understand how that works. You just do crimes and then they let you go?
Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yes.
But like, what does he have? He has flashy cars. He's constantly surrounded by like women that he's hired or has allegedly done illegal things with. And I feel like that's very appealing to like a young, like if I was 14 years old and I saw that, I'd be like, oh my
Like,
God.
wow.
Yeah, he has like toys. He's so cool.
Yes, toys.
Yeah, and that's all that it is.
He's just so insecure.
But thank you.
He's surrounding himself with all these flashy things, so you're not actually looking at himself. Because if you just hung out with him at dinner, what would you guys even talk about?
Maximizing our strategies.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Crushing it.
Cryptocurrency.
Yeah. Can you tell?
You're 27. This is in your wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Speak on it.
cryptocurrency rug pulls have you engaged?
At least 3.
Yeah. Cool.
Can you spot an alpha male from afar?
Are you asking me?
I'm asking you.
Like, because game recognizes game?
That's right, player. I know that's right, big dog.
Okay, I guess I spot one right here.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you?
I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what to look like. What do
we look for in an alpha male?
A Prius.
Is that an alpha male like coming to? He's like coming to clearness?
Yes, because, he needs to realize he needs to be more efficient on gas.
Yeah. So he's coming to.
Coming to, yeah.
Yeah. You're right. They are very insecure. They're deeply insecure.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
But they also prey on a lot of insecure young men as well.
To try to like bring them up so there's more alpha males.
Yeah, I guess they just I think push them further down the pit of despair and loneliness, because I think like a lot of young boys, they're like, oh, I want to learn how to talk to women. And then they go and like hear these guys out and they don't know how to fucking talk to any human, really. Like, let alone women. They can't talk to anybody. They shouldn't. It should be illegal for them to talk to humans, I think. So they
They're poisoning the well.
They just learn all the wrong lessons. Yeah.
And then what actually ends up happening is they're so afraid to talk to women, actually, because they have no idea what women are about.
Yeah.
Because all they know is that they're just bitches.
Yeah. And then it's just, it's women hatred for the most part, I think.
It's so
Yeah,
gross.
for sure. Especially like, talking to some of the boys and like, oh man, some women are gold diggers. Like, that's why I'm not going to talk to any women because all they want is my money. And I'm like, brother, what money do you have? I'm like, everybody's broke. Let's go find someone to go be broke with together. And I guess it's just the internet and all that, all these hypotheticals of like, I need a man who needs to make 6 figures and all that, who are just bots looking for engagement. They're not real people. They don't know real love.
This world is scary.
Yeah, it's the same principle behind people being like, man, Zoran Mamdani wants to do a wealth tax. It's really going to fuck me up. It's like, bro, you drive a 1997 Corolla.
Nothing's happening to you.
You are nowhere near the top marginal tax rate. You are not gonna be impacted by this. He's like, but one day
I'm gonna be there.
Oh, God.
And I'm gonna get fucked up when I get there.
Yeah.
So victim.
Yeah. Then those poors better look out.
Cause it's my time.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to shift with this next question. This is totally different.
Okay.
I feel like when I got into my 30s, I stopped listening to new music. I don't really agree with that.
This one's rough for me. I listen to no music.
What do you mean?
I was going to say, I don't think you listen to music.
Yeah, I don't.
What?
I literally don't listen.
That's
to
why you
music.
don't do dance circles.
I know. I'm a freak. I know. It's not
I
like
didn't
I'm.
say that.
Where's your sense of joy?
I didn't say that you were a freak. Sometimes I listen to a lot of podcasts and don't turn on the radio or music until like later in the day. But I still listen to music probably every day.
So you telling me it's like there's no moment in your life that calls for a little bit of a jam?
I'm sure there were,
The jam is
Were.
jam is NPR.
but yeah, the jam is just NPR now.
Do your-
That's all it is.
do your-
What's like a band that you like? Or a artist?
None.
Not even anything.
Nothing.
Wait,
I
what did you
don't.
grow up listening to though?
There you go.
I mean, everything. I listen to everything.
Man,
I went for
complicated
everything to
man right
nothing.
here.
Yeah, I went from everything to nothing. I went from like
He's like, no doubt.
I literally wore a Nelly Band-Aid under my eye one time to
Wow.
school in Turkey, where they do not know who Nelly is.
Or St. Louis.
So I went from that to like, Arctic Monkeys, Franz Ferdinand,
Okay.
AC/DC, the
Okay.
olds and the indie alternative, whatever
Yes.
at the time. And then college was more EDM, Bloody Beetroots and
So you have listened to music before?
yes, Swedish House Mafia. I have.
Swedish.
Radiohead. I listen to everything.
What do your parents listen to music?
My dad loves Gypsy Kings. Do you guys know what that is?
Of course I know what Gypsy Kings is.
Okay.
Oh, what? No.
I grew up with it.
It's like every family event is just Gypsy Kings in my life.
Is it like rock?
No,
No.
it's like Spanish guitar, beautiful singing. It's like five men.
Bamboleo.
Yeah. Bamboleo.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
yes.
Yeah.
Never
You've
heard
heard
that.
the
You
thing
have
is
no
you've
idea.
definitely heard it at like events.
No, for sure. I'm gonna go listen to it in the car.
Anyway, so like
Love
I was traumatized by that because he would just blast that on like long ass car rides. When
Yeah,
I was
that's a
kid,
lot.
And I hated it.
You wanted talking.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
You wanted talking.
I wanted NPR as an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I was like, can we learn about the state
I
of the
will
economy?
say my mom listened to a lot of books on tape. I don't know if your parents ever did that, so I actually loved listening to talking. Do you know what I mean by books on tape?
Yeah.
Do you guys know
mean
what I mean?
audiobooks?
Like audiobooks?
Yeah,
before
but
the
they called it books on tape because it was literally like
On a tape.
Yes. That's
I'm
awesome.
familiar with the concept of audiobooks.
Okay, great. I'm glad you got that.
But do you listen to new music all the time? Do you find yourself like, oh my God, a new song?
So my little sister is obsessed. I call her little, but she's 34. She's obsessed with new music. And so she sends me playlists all the time.
Like,
And
what does she listen to? Like Osama's son? It's an underground rapper.
No, definitely not.
No.
No.
She's an underground rapper. When's the last time you heard his song?
I thought you didn't listen to music.
I
Here we go. How you know underground if you don't listen to music?
I don't. I just
What a
like
mysterious
to be,
man right here.
I just like to be in the know.
In the know, but never know.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Gotcha.
That's good.
Always keep him guessing.
No, she'll just send me new music, and a lot of it I don't know. She likes a lot of like country. She likes a lot of dance pop.
And if your sister never sent you playlists, would you go out seeking it out of your own volition?
If it was in like movies or TV shows, sometimes if I have a TV show that I love and there's like music in there that I love, I'll go. But not really. But my husband's obsessed with new music. But again, he loves like
There's
techno,
enough of it.
Yeah, he goes to like
dance. He goes
raves
to
and
raves
shit.
until like 6 a.m.
But then
That's his
again, I
thing.
feel like with techno and dance, hey, don't shoot me. But like,
Don't take
You're
me
already
down
wrong.
this.
is
You're already
it
wrong.
ever new?
Yes.
Yes.
Do
Oh
they
my
all
God.
like just like new sounds?
Yes.
Yes. Honey, yes. All the time.
Damn, that's
Not only-
worse than me. That's a crazy
Hey.
take.
Not only the beats, but the timbre of the music that you're
Yes.
hearing. Like the notes change, the quality of sound changes.
Yes.
Okay, because I listen to house music.
Okay, I love house music.
And you're like, this is all the same.
This is all.
I know what you're
That's
saying by
great.
house music because they sample a lot of old music, right? But no, it is mostly all new, especially like techno and dance, EDM, and
Hey, I appreciate it getting jumped. Thank you.
I like techno.
you do?
Yeah,
That makes sense. You probably like hard techno.
I guess.
This is a soft techno?
There's chiller techno and hard techno. I don't love hard techno. I've been to a hard techno show with H,
Like
and I was
Berlin?
like, yes,
Berghain?
Kinda-
yes,
Berghain?
yes.
Yeah,
I was actually going to try to go there. Apparently, you don't get let in if you're wearing something uncool. There's like one security guard. He's
So
like a
what
famous
the hell are
security
you
guard.
gonna do?
Bitch, I will kill you. I'll wear all leather.
Oh,
I think everyone is doing that. So you're going to have to really show up.
Okay, silk slip it is.
yeah.
Okay, bedtime is now 9 p.m. No later.
Yes,
I agree.
100%.
I have to be up at the ass crack of dawn because I have a baby.
Your mother.
I'm a mother. So my son is up at like 5:45.
I have no excuse. I do not have a baby.
That's okay. You don't have to have a baby to go to bed at 9 p.m.
Yeah,
Feels good.
Yeah, feels so good.
Feels so
You
good.
guys ever done that?
I just love. I'm a night owl.
Oh, you're a night owl, yeah.
I like go to the gym at 9.
That's
That's insane.
outrageous.
I wouldn't be able to sleep right after.
9 to 10:30. Well, I don't.
Yeah, that's why you're a night owl. 'cause
Yeah.
You're lifting weights at
Yeah.
9 p.m.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
be like lit up.
And then I get lifted at 11.
Oh my God.
All right.
What does that mean?
Sex, like
Oh.
they're lifting.
It's good to know.
Yeah.
You knew what that
You
meant.
you also are at the Equinox saunas, huh? Equinox.
No walking in here. Okay.
Yeah.
9 p.m. for you?
9 p.m. Nah, I think it's more so 10:30 for me. For all the shows I do past 9 o'clock.
I stopped
true,
saying
too.
yes to those shows. I just can't.
Also, like rehearsals go 8 to 10. So like, how am I going to go to bed at 9?
That's true. If I was doing that, but like for me, when they ask me to do a show at 9:30, I'm like, no. I can't. It's got to be like 7 or 8.
I go to bed not at 9, but I go to bed at 10. And what is happening to my voice?
Do you want water?
Yeah.
Do you drink water?
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Or only milk. Can we get this guy some milk?
Can we get Hasan some milk?
Like every human, I too drink water.
I don't know.
I go to bed at 10, but the craziest thing is like there's events and stuff that I have to go to. And I get so tired.
Yes.
Because like the other night I was at this gold gala. By the time like 11 o'clock rolled around, I was a zombie.
Done.
Yeah.
People were just like coming up and trying
You were
to
like,
converse with me. And I was just like, I like crawled into an Uber.
yep. Trust me. I went to a movie last night. It ended at 10:40, and I was like,
Anyone
I don't know how I'm
under
gonna get home, man.
anyone under the age of 30 is going to watch this and be like, I should end it before I hit 30.
I know, but this is
Things
not.
seem bleak.
Let me tell
it's-
you, these assumptions are tough, though. Like, it's not just us, but we are really not helping our cause.
I have nothing to say.
Oh yeah, because
Go ahead, talk your shit.
Yeah, because he's a baby.
Talk
I'm
your
having a blast.
27-year-old shit.
I'm living
Guys,
life.
He's learning
Three-
so much about us.
You got 3
I'm
more
drinking,
years.
I'm working out, I'm smoking. I got no complaints over here.
I'm doing all that stuff too. Just ending it at 9 p.m. All that shit shuts down at 9 p.m.
Yeah.
I am not fucking past 9. Am I right? Let's put it in the chat. Being 30 is kind of like the new 25 because our generation is aging slower.
I agree with that.
Sure.
What?
Sure.
I see
Did you
that.
yawn?
Yeah. No. I sighed
Yeah, you sighed.
because
That was a
I don't
heavy
think our
sigh.
generation is aging slower, but I do think that we are we're continuing to be man children for a lot longer. Like
Yes.
we're adult babies.
Yes, agreed.
We're treatlerites. We're adult babies. So yes, I do think that like I would even go so far as to say 30 is the new 20. Like it's even the age gap is even broader than that. But that's not necessarily a good thing, I guess.
I
Or
don't-
maybe it is.
I don't
maybe-
know if it's a good thing. I'm not really sure.
Why would it be a bad thing?
That people aren't kind of maturing.
Do they need to?
Well, they shouldn't be children. Men children.
But why not?
I feel like there's a lot of responsibility
Okay.
in being existing in a civilized society, and I feel like the more childlike we are, the less we care about that sort of thing, and this is inevitably going to unwind the social fabric that binds us.
God, I feel like I'm at story time, and this is awesome with Dad. I feel like I'm learning so much in a wonderful way.
Okay, I'm bringing some PBS energy.
So what are the
I'm
qualities that
into
we're
it.
pointing to as being childlike?
Not taking responsibility for your actions, for
Instant
your negative
gratification.
actions.
Yeah.
Shortening attention spans.
Yes, shortening attention span's a big one. Getting bored easily. I hear so many people being, I'm bored. I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Bored?
Mhm.
Dude, the world is happening. Go outside.
Touch some grass.
Look at a leaf in the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that sounds kind of boring. I was with you up until you said, "Look at a leaf."
Do you know what it is? I think with my son, looking at a leaf in the wind is the wildest experience I've ever seen. Because to him, he's like, what is happening? And then we get close and the leaf is like right there. And he's like, he's so afraid of it. And I'm like, whoa, what a new thing that I'm looking at.
That's beautiful.
Did it sound boring then? Again?
No, it sounded
No.
childlike and whimsical.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but the problem is like, if someone was 30 and doing that, you'd be like, "Oh."
They're like, wow, look at all the leaves.
You'd be
Ooh.
like, "Oh,
You're
that's nice."
uh-oh,
that
walk
you're-
fast.
God, this is just like the movie Soul when he's like watching the leaf in the wind when he's 30 and
Yes.
coming back into the new body.
I love the movie Soul. Wait, do you watch movies?
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Oh,
sometimes.
Okay.
and movies have music in them.
I mean, I've heard songs. It's not.
This is an intervention,
I
actually.
don't walk into the mall and then I'm like, what is that? Like I hear a
Music?
jingle in the elevator. I'm like, I've never heard this before.
This is written in here. What is a treatlerite?
Oh,
You s-
treatlerite. I said
yeah.
it earlier.
Yeah, what is that? Please tell
It's-
me it's not something that I should know.
You should know. No, it's just like a treatlerite is a suburban adult usually that really loves their treats.
Ah.
What?
Really?
I've never heard this in my life. What do you mean by treats? What a
Yeah, that's like a
statement.
Hitlerite, like a treatlerite.
What kind of treats?
Treats can range anything from getting a haircut to jalapeno poppers at Applebee's
What is happening?
to, Marvel Cinematic Universe consumption.
Okay.
Just
I get
like
that.
anything and everything that people just like have this unbelievable like brand loyalty to and have to consistently have in their lives.
Like a Stanley Cup.
Sometimes I feel like
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, but my body, like my soul is up there going,
I felt you on that one.
what? You are, I guess you haven't been on this planet long enough, Amanda, because you don't know what the F is being said. You know what I'm
You've
saying?
been on this planet a very long time.
I've been on this planet.
Very low time.
What was going on with the treatlerite thing though? You just said it.
It's written here. Nicole wanted to know
Nicole
what
wanted
it
to
was,
know
so
what
she typed it in.
Oh.
Because I will say you said it so fast, and I decided I didn't want to go down that path of us sitting in silence
Sure.
and me asking what it is. So I decided to let it be.
You guys have not heard of it either.
Nah, this is a new word for Elmo.
So they're cool. They let it be. they don't dig
Yeah.
into it like me and become.
I wonder if that
idiot.
happens a lot where I just,
Say
I
shit.
think about that. Yeah.
Well, normally I'm not afraid to. I just met you, but I'm not afraid to be like, "What is
Yeah.
that?"
Yeah.
But it might happen a lot.
treat her right. Treat her right.
That's
There you
what
go.
I'm
Now
gonna
you
treat-
downloaded
And
a
I
new
treat
one.
her
And I
right.
treat her right.
You're gonna drop that later.
I'm gonna drop it later, and people are like, "What are
because
you
it's such
saying?"
it's a good word. It's got good mouthfeel.
I
There's
like
a very
that you
specific,
say treats. Treats
Yeah.
is very. I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
there's a very specific type of person, especially Americans that like live in the suburbs that have their
They have their
they,
treats.
they have their treats, they have their comforts, and yes, Stanley Cup. Like you immediately
Like a
knew what it
Costco hot
was.
dog.
That's why when things get closed down, or
Yeah.
or McDonald's changes their menu, they're
Yeah.
really upset about it.
Yeah, they
That's
throw
their
a fit because there's not really much else to look forward to other than the consumption of treats, and the treats must flow because that's kind of the
Treats
entire
must flow.
yeah, that's kind of the entire social contract in
If
America.
their treats don't flow, all hell breaks loose for
Yeah,
them.
I mean,
Like bread and circus.
yeah.
If you're in your 30s, you should stop wearing anime t-shirts.
Ooh,
That's
tough.
tough. Yeah.
I'm not stopping. I haven't stopped.
Really? You
Yeah,
wear
I
anime
still-
t-shirts?
Heck yeah.
What are you wearing?
It's awesome.
Are
Crazy.
you wearing like Jujutsu Kaisen or some shit?
I do like Jujutsu Kaisen. One Piece. I wear a lot of One Piece.
Chainsaw
Okay.
Man.
Not a lot of Chainsaw Man, even though I do like those
Yeah.
shows. One Piece, Cowboy Bebop,
Did you like the
Akira.
Netflix remakes of those?
No, I would not ever watch anything like
I
that.
watched the first episode of Cowboy Bebop. Never seen the anime.
Oh no.
I know, and I didn't watch it continue. I didn't continue it
Yeah.
because it was just too. It was too.
The anime is a
It was
masterpiece.
too. Okay.
The anime is like actually a really good entry point for people who've never watched anime before.
Cowboy
I
Bebop?
recommend it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good. And the live action was disastrous.
Because they only did one season, right?
Yeah, because it was
was not
it was
good.
dog shit. It was
Yeah.
ass.
It was very
It
overstimulating.
was so bad.
Do you guys wear anime t-shirts?
Nah.
You watch anime?
Yeah. Hey, I watched.
Hey.
You said that like you don't want to be bullied right now.
Not at all. Not at all. Oh, please.
Hey.
Which look how the turntables. Okay?
Now, I've watched Naruto. I watched Naruto Shippuden. I watched a little bit of My Hero Academia, but like I am not in the
Name
weeds.
dropping.
I'm not in the weeds of the
That's
anime
okay.
world.
He definitely watches that.
He loves anime.
Yeah, I could tell.
Chance likes some really cool shit, actually.
Oh, thanks, Amanda.
You're welcome.
You said it like
Yeah, what?
You wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Just by looking at him, you
judging
wouldn't
by
think.
his
But he actually
behavior.
watches some really cool shit. He's actually kind of a nice guy.
That I don't believe.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding.
I'm nice. I'm nice.
I think you can wear anime T-shirts at any age. I think, as a matter of fact, it gets cooler the older you get.
I kind of agree.
I
When
kind of
you're-
like it too. It's kind of like George Lucas in a way. Like you're just nerding out your whole life.
Yeah,
Just
why
nerd out
not?
your
Look at
whole
Jack Black. He's in tie-dye t-shirt
go.
and shorts and walking around Los
Yeah.
Feliz like a boss. I was always told I would start caring less in my 30s. And wow, that has turned out to be true. I am so unbothered by things that would have driven me insane in my 20s.
It's good. Yeah, I think that's your part of your. Yeah, you start to learn your triggers and be like, oh,
I
that's-
relate to this a lot.
And like, and you're more tired.
Man, we are really not selling the 30s, guys. 30s, I actually like being in my 30s.
Like you just have certain like more energy, certain energy for certain things.
I don't like being in my 30s.
Why?
Well, I think it's because of the industry I'm in. And I'm
You
on.
get a lot of hate for being in your 30s and being a streamer.
Yeah, 100%. Well, it's interesting because like I'm in the only like amongst my peers that are my age, in the Twitch sphere and on YouTube, I'm probably the only one whose job gets easier the older you get because I do political commentary.
Yeah.
So you get more credibility.
Yeah.
So I get more credibility as I go along, and yet there's still so many people who are just like
On you about being
who
your
are
age.
who are still like you're 30, you're 34, Unc. You get a family.
That sucks. I think people need to stop trolling so hard online.
Oh, this will stop them. Definitely.
I'm
They're
saying
going to hear this and go, wow.
I'm saying this right now.
I see
You guys
the
need to
error in
stop.
my ways.
You guys need to stop, okay, guys?
Mhm.
It's enough, okay?
If there's one thing that people who love trolling on the internet
It's hearing when you stop.
Please stop. It
I'm gonna do
hurts
a
my
full
feelings.
video of it. But I will say, I definitely, when I turned 30, it's not that I stopped caring. I care what people think, but not as hard. Like if
Yeah.
someone's just like, yeah, I don't like that. I'm like, okay, I'm doing it anyways because it feels good for me and I've been doing it for a while and I like it.
Yeah, I feel like that's how you arrive at like 65-year-olds who are just like, I'm going to vote to end the planet because it makes me feel good.
Yeah. Okay. Now you're
It's what I
connecting my
know.
shit to something terrible.
Yeah. that's how, no, I'm
I know, it's what I've always done. I'm not changing
Guys,
it now.
that's not what I was saying. But yeah.
giving rights to minorities. I don't think
Not
so.
on my watch.
It makes me feel good.
I was thinking about other things.
It's tradition.
Like character choices and comedy shows that I can watch. Anyways, guys, thanks for being here.
Oh.
What a wild video. This is the end.
Okay.
This is the
This is literally the end.
End of our lives, too.
This is the end of our lives when you
This is-
turn 30. Hasan, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Courtney, thank you for being on your first assumption.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, anytime. Chance, hi.
You gonna thank me too?
Thanks for being here.
Oh, you did it.
Yeah, I thanked you. Because in your 30s, you really accept. You forgive and you move on. I thought you were going to look at your watch again. We're done. Okay. Bye, guys.